Welcome to this exclusive, unparalleled investment opportunity, shared only with a few select investors. From everyone here at Terra Equity Group, we want to thank you for your time and interest in partnering with us. To skip ahead of the line at any point for a personal overview, simply connect with our team using the information at the end of this video. Before we begin, it is important to note that the information being shared here involves investment opportunities which are regulated by and in compliance with certain SEC rules and guidelines. The information that we are sharing is based on a number of assumptions and hypothetical scenarios, and past performance does not guarantee future results. Like any investment, there are risks involved, and it is important that you are aware of those risks. In this video, we will be reviewing the impact that COVID-19 has had on Terra Equity Group's managed investments. COVID-19 has obviously impacted the entire world, and looking back across the destruction, across all of the global markets, across multiple sectors, few were spared, and many took devastating hits on the path to stability and normalization. Of course, for those that prepared and built in conservative levies like we systematically do with our investments, the impact of such unforeseen but not unimaginable economic factors like COVID-19 become manageable. This is especially important going forward as we head into an equally unknown market, where such future pandemics, political unrest, and general market-wide economic instability loom over our investment portfolios, which must nevertheless navigate forward. Because of how we approach our strategies, how we manage our assets, communicate expectations with our partners and our families during a time of crisis, can itself be the stability and predictability that our investments need. Terra Equity Group, through the thick and thin of the COVID-19 crisis, remained solid and resilient across the board. Because of the markets we specifically go after, because of the advanced planning, the buffers and the levies that we put in place into our business plans, we continue to collect 95% of our rent, with occupancy rates higher than 90%, all while simultaneously securing additional deals for the team. Again, the type of properties we invest in are typically those that professionals with jobs that are less impacted by such events look for, including people who could work from home. These investments were also in emerging markets that were, themselves, a bit more recession resilient than more mature markets like New York, which took a much stronger hit during the pandemic. When the economy and job markets are faring well, we have prospect tenants who are generating more income. Those who would otherwise be living in Class C properties are now finding themselves living in the class of properties we invest in. And when the economy and job markets aren't faring well, we see those that otherwise live in top-of-the-line properties, all of a sudden needing to save capital, also moving down to the class of properties we invest in. In this way, our properties sit in the middle of the more impacted property types, hedging for both good and bad economic environments. This is why Class B properties are highlighted in our portfolios, versus Class A or Class C properties. Even during a pandemic or a recession, tenants will continue to move into Class B properties from both sides of the economic scale. They can cut down on shopping, cut down on eating out, but shelter is something they're going to need, and our properties will be their steady home. Migration is happening across the United States, so the tenant profile our team targets resides in the middle-income class salary wage workers that can work from home if necessary. They value having a shelter over their head and maintaining a home for their families. They take pride in making sure that they're current on their payments, don't want to fall behind, and don't want to jeopardize their family's housing. They are the type of tenant who prepares for unforeseen events like this, setting aside rainy day savings. Over time, the rental market has actually increased, especially as Gen Z enters. Rental markets in the types of emerging markets we've discussed have increased. And while some businesses are opening up their offices again, Other businesses are shortening their leases or completely getting out of their office space entirely, which then puts more emphasis on people having a nice work-from-home environment with the types of home office value adds we highlight in our properties. This is how we are so proficient in collections and why we are able to continue uninterrupted distributions throughout the course of the pandemic, because our team does its due diligence and targets reliable investments with solid tenants. And in helping to make their home foundations more solid, we in turn help our investment partners build a more reliable portfolio that everyone can count on in good times or bad. This concludes our brief overview of this aspect of the investment and partnership opportunity with Terra Equity Group. However, we encourage you to continue to watch the other videos that our team has created in this series, as they each outline key strategies and approaches we employ to help assure your capital growth. If you would like to reach out to our team, simply call us at 954-987-6879 or email us at info@terraequitygroup.com. You can also visit our website at any time by heading to www.terraequitygroup.com. Again, our team at Terra Equity Group would like to thank you for your time, and we look forward to discussing this opportunity with you in more detail.